Okay. However, tonight, a few of these, the male student has a problem. He's already come up with one idea, and then the female adds her idea. So there are still two solutions, but each speaker may contribute one. That's a little different, but still, when we go to talk about it, it's almost exactly the same. Your job is to summarize the problem and the two possible solutions. Then you must make a recommendation explaining which of the two solutions you think is best and the reasons why. Okay, remember, this is the only one of the 4 integrated tasks in which you should give your opinion. Okay, task 1 and 2, do you remember those independents we did in the first week, the first 5 lessons? Those were all about your opinion or your preference. Task 3, 4, and 6, none of your opinion, only summarizing. Task 5, I call it a hybrid. You know, hybrid, like a hybrid plant or a hybrid car. It's a combination. It's a combo. Okay? It's about 75% summary work and about 25-30% of offering your own opinion. So it's a combination of the independent and integrated, which I think makes it a little more interesting. But as long as you get the pattern down this week, I think most students find that number 5 is the easiest of the 4 integrated tasks, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I would guess the reason is because it is so predictable. And to be honest, we're not dealing with an academic subject, marine biology, no. You know, we're dealing with a man who needs to make some more money and he needs a part-time job or something that we can all relate to pretty easily. Okay. After you have heard the lecture, you will have 20 seconds of preparation time, and then you will have 60 seconds in which to give your response. So the response time is the same. However, the preparation time has shrunk from 30 to 20. Okay, that's the only bad news. But the good news is, during the preparation time, you're not looking over your notes from 2 sources. Reading notes, okay, I got to pick out 2 or 3 things. Listening notes, okay, what am I going to use? You're only looking at notes from one source, the conversation. So 20 seconds should be sufficient. Okay, here's a sample problem solution task from the integrated speaking preview test and a sample response to it. Read along as you listen to the conversation, the question, and the sample response. Okay. Sorry about that. Track 11. This is CD 8 if you want to play it yourself, although I'm going to play it. Track number 11. Okay. I'm going to play it nice and loud. So however, you see the script here, student A and student B, Rick and Lucy, man and a woman. Okay. So you can read the script while we listen, and then we'll get to the actual task. Oh, sorry, I didn't hit enter. There we go. Okay. Let me open my music folder and get right to that. Okay. Say that was it's CD 8 track 11. Okay, sorry about that. Thompson 8 track 11. Okay, here we go.
Lesson 19. Problem solution task. Sample.
Listen to a conversation between 2. Hey, Lucy. How are things?
Hi, Rick. I don't know. Okay, I suppose. I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, you do look kind of tired. How come?
Well, I just never term, especially my physiology class. So study for a couple of hours or so when I get back to my dorm room.
Yeah, I've had a couple semesters like that myself.
I feel especially dead in the afternoon, and I have a 1 o'clock and a 3 o'clock class. Yesterday, the most incredibly embarrassing thing happened in my physiology class. I actually fell asleep. I've never done that before. And Dr. Daniels was like, "Am I boring you, Miss Jenkins?"
That's embarrassing. You should do what I do. Just get yourself some coffee.
Yeah, I bought a cup of coffee from the vending machine the other day. It was terrible.
Vending machine coffee's usually pretty awful. You could walk up to College Avenue. There are a couple coffee shops up there.
Yeah, but it's pretty expensive, and I don't know, sometimes coffee just makes me really nervous. I don't feel that awake. I just feel nervous.
Hey, here's an idea. What buildings are your afternoon classes in?
One's in Old Main, and one's in Castle.
Those aren't far from your dorm. Here's what you should do. Go by your dorm and lie down for 15 or 20 minutes between your two classes.
I don't know. I've taken a nap during the day, probably since I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, but you don't have to sleep. Just lie down and completely relax. If you sleep, that's fine. If not, I still think you'll find yourself refreshed.
Now listen to a question about the conversation.
Okay, I'm pausing it. Now listen to the question carefully. However, after we've done a few of these, you're going to see that the question is the same